well. It looks like node number 27233. Does that connect to the net?
I believe so, because I think Mark checks in that way, but the Echo link is not working, so we need to get Marty on fixing that. And that's where we lost a whole bunch of check-ins. KF8G.
Okay there, Brian. Well, I'll do my best to get in there if I can get in on the All-Star node. I haven't quite figured out how to get 6 meters working here properly. That's me. I'm an appliance operator, man. All right, thanks for being here, Brian. All right, let's jump out to Texas real quick. Say hi to Nick and Sandy. We'll start with Sandy tonight, KG5SYC. Sandy, how you doing?
This is KG5SYC, and we're doing good. I think my eye might be starting to somewhat get better. I can at least see through it, which was kind of blurry before, so I guess that's a good sign that it might be clearing up a little bit. And I did get some antibiotic, and I plan on starting that tonight. So we'll be on the mend of that. And just before I logged into the net, I got a cute little picture of the grandson eating his first few bites of rice cereal. So when we get up to the Ohio in a few weeks, he'll be really ready to eat table food, I'm sure. But hey, we'll leave a little bit for Dustin to when he lights up the nighttime hour. So we'll clear it off with you and. Yep, we're sticking around. KG5SYC.
All right there, Miss Sandy. I heard your grandfather clock dinging out the time there, so it's time for me to hand it over to KD8EPC. But let me say hi to Nick real quick. KF5ADE. Nick, you there?
All right, wasn't real sure. It looked like somebody took control of the line there for a little bit and came breaking in there, but I was going to let it ride for a little bit. Nonetheless, we're here for the show. Nick, good evening, and yeah, we'll be ready to go. KF580, back to net control for the handoff.
All right, Nick and Sandy, always glad to have you guys on board from Cibolo, Texas out there. KD2HCE, I got you on the list, but I got to hand this off to Dustin or he's going to beat me with Jim's stick. Thanks, everybody, for checking in here on the early show for the Beacon Net, lighten up the nighttime airwaves, but it's time for Dustin to take over. KD8EPC, KD8SLG. Take it away, Dustin.
Hey, we're on here, Nick.
KZFQV. Beacon Net baseball bat. We don't use a stick anymore. Good evening and welcome to the Beacon Net. My name is Dustin. My call sign is KD8EPC, and I'll be net control for the evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the W8WKY repeater 147390 with a PL tone of 114.8, All-Star node 48496, and Echo link W8WKY-R. This is a directed net. All traffic must pass through net control, and all stations are welcome to check in. We're linked in with our friends in Oklahoma that do drop in and various other repeaters throughout the country, so we ask that you key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so we hear everything you have to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. All right, not hearing any emergency or priority traffic. Stations that haven't already checked into the pre-show that would like to check into the Beacon Net, please call now. Boy, it might be a slow night. Nick did a pretty good job picking them up there. We'll take some more here in a minute, but in the meantime, let's go up here and see if Nick at Night, our master of trivia for the evening, is there. KQKO, are you with us?
KDDPC, K8QKO. Yes, sir, I'm here, and I have the trivia question. So I'm going to go ahead and read that now, if it's all right with you, Dustin. What type of cloud is often described as cotton-like? Your options are Alpha, Cirrus, Bravo, Stratus, Charlie, Cumulus, or Delta, Cirrostratus. I'll read the question and answers again. What type of cloud is often described as cotton-like? Your options are Alpha, Cirrus, Bravo, Stratus, Charlie, Cumulus, or Delta, Cirrostratus. And I'd also like to add that I appreciate you may know the answer, but we avoid spoiling the trivia for others. This is K8QKO, passing it back to KD8EPC.
All right, Nick, wonderful trivia question, and I'm sure they'll be waiting for you in the blue screen there also. Thanks so much for being here, my friend. We certainly appreciate it. All right, we're going to start at the top of our list here with KY4SM. Alaire, good evening.
W8WKY.
Well, good evening to you there, Dustin. Hello to all on the net. KY4SM here. Well, to answer the trivia question for tonight, the main trivia, I'm going to go with Charlie for Cirrus. I mean, not Cirrus, what am I saying? Charlie for Cumulus. Excuse me, that would be helping. No, Charlie for Cumulus, yes. Those fair weather clouds are cumulus clouds. They're fluffy-like, and yes, they're beautiful to look at, especially at sunset, man. I'm telling you, sunset's really good to watch clouds. KY4SM, back to that.
All right there, Alaire. Well, it's a pleasure to have you with us tonight. And we got you down for C for Cumulus. And they are nice to look at, that's for sure. 73, my friend, and have a great evening. K8TQR, Keith, how you doing?
KD8EPC, KE8TQR. Good evening, Dustin. It's good to hear you tonight, and everybody else on the net, good evening also. I did want to say up front that you did a fine job on the Board and Breakers net this afternoon, you and your net logger, Jess Nick. I do appreciate that you have this net on Wednesdays now, so I will be tuning in more often. I didn't get a chance to push the PTT button this afternoon. I was doing some things around the house, but I did listen with one ear. Sounded like a fine net. And what I really appreciate is you can get in on RF, because I don't have all these other nodes and things that y'all seem to have, but I got me a fine little radio, so it'll do the job. With that, I guess my trivia answer is going to be C, Charlie. And anyway, that's about all I have. So I will send it back to you, Dustin, at the net. And I hope everybody has a fine evening and a great next 2 days and a wonderful weekend. KD8EPC, this is KE8TQR, 73, everyone.
All right there, Keith. Well, we appreciate you listening in, and next time definitely pick up the radio if you can. We're glad to have it back on Wednesdays for that hour on RF, and hopefully eventually we might even have it more on the UHF side of things, and it'll be there maybe even every day, who knows. But we appreciate our hour a week there. We've been doing it for a while, but now we're back on our home repeater also, which is nice. We had quite a few Ohio check-ins today, so we appreciate you being here with us tonight, and we hope to catch you there down the wall. Catch you down for answer C, and we'll say 73 to you. Next on the list here, we're going to go talk to Mr. Ray, K5CFY, and one of the wonderful net controllers for the Board and Breaker net. How you doing, Ray?
KD8EPC, this is K5CFY. Well, good evening there, Dustin, and we definitely appreciated you and Nick doing the net. Glad you got to do it from the W8WKY repeater there, so that was awesome. Anyway, let's see here. I'm going to go with C. I started to put the SLC. That's a scary-looking cloud, but I'll just go with the letter C there. That'll be my answer.
And I'll give it back to you there, Dustin, and have a great day. It looks like you're off to a good start. 73, everybody, take care. And I appreciate everybody that did check in from Ohio up there and check into the Border Breaker Net. K5 CFY, back to net control.
All right. Well, Ray, it's always a pleasure to have you with us here, and we got you down for answer C. And yes, we're glad to have the Boredom Breaker Net back, and we hope to get even more people on it sooner than later. And for everybody who doesn't know, the Boredom Breaker Net's available the first hour every Wednesday, 12 o'clock Tulsa time, 1 o'clock our time, here on the W8WKY, and available every day of the week on All-Star Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. You can catch Ray and all the other wonderful net controllers for 2 hours every day there. So, Ray, 73 to you. Have a great evening, and we'll catch you down the log. Now we're going to go talk to Ed, WB8GKV. Take it away. How are you?
And, not too bad. I think I'll get that question answered first. I'm going to try C. Take the letter C on there because I'm not sure what that is. And for the trivia. And, yeah, I guess everything is going pretty good. I don't have any real traffic there. Probably be looking for you tomorrow. I don't know, Thursday or Friday, whatever. I give you a call today and just checking. And but tomorrow is Thursday, so there you go there. And don't really have any traffic. So we'll turn it back to net control. Good to hear everybody in there tonight. WB8GKV.
All right there, Ed. Well, we got you down for answer C. And, yeah, it may be tomorrow. It may not be till Friday. I have a eye doctor's appointment at 2:30 tomorrow. It all depends what they want to do to my eyes, whether I'll be there or not. But if you don't see me by 4 o'clock, just expect me Friday. But great to hear you, my friend. We got you down for answer C, and we'll talk to you there again real soon. All right, next we're going to go jump over here to Fairlawn, and we're going to talk to W2JLS, my friend John. How you doing?
KD8 EPC, good evening on your ears, Mr. Dustin. I'm doing all right. As I mentioned earlier, I'm hanging out in the radio room, just sucking up some heat here. It's kind of nice. And listening to you folks. Kind of like a roll call of superstars in there. Always good to hear familiar voices in the night. Yeah, the trivia question, I'm down with C. Like, it sounds like everybody's picked up on C might be the answer. I would mention, like, when I heard KEAQKO throwing that question out there, the other cloud type that came to mind was the Mama Toos. And this happened, it's a rare thing to see. I've seen it only a couple of times in a quality way in my life, but it did happen in Fairlawn, in the greater Akron area last year, and I have at least one picture of those on my QRZ page. Pretty cool, the Mama Toos. And, just, you could probably guess why they call it that, Mama Toos. But anyway, get a look at those if you've never seen them. Anyway, Dustin, thanks for having me in there. I'm not going to be sticking around down here in the radio room much longer, probably listen out for a little while, but everyone have a great night. W2JLS, back to you.
All right there, John. Well, it's a pleasure to hear you tonight. And, yeah, clouds are definitely interesting for sure. We got you down for answer C there, and, oh boy, I had something else I was going to say, but slipped my mind. This is my third net in 2 days, and I'm getting a little tired, so there you are. John, great to hear you. Have a great evening, and we'll catch you down the log. KE8QFT, Uncle Fred, take it away.
Well, made the big three B's today. The one that's, what's that one in the morning? My gosh. I can't think of the name of that. The
one at the ungodly hour. And also the boredom breaker net, and this is the third, the beacon. So I call it the 3 Bs. Fred was followed by me on 2 of them, so we had a double Fredder today. And of course he was the main man this morning. And oh my goodness, why can't I remember the name of all of these nets that start with a B? Anyhow, to answer the trivia, I'm going to say C also. I, didn't look over anyone's shoulder for that. That's what I was going to say all along. And tomorrow night in Seattle, them Guardians start their quest for another division title, and maybe a pennant. KEAQFT, back to net control.
All right there, Uncle Fred. Well, great to hear you out there. And you were on the 3 big Bs today, the barometer net, the boredom breaker net, and now the beacon net. I was actually up at 7 a.m. this morning, just getting ready to head towards bed because I was distracted doing stuff. And, I almost checked in, but I was too tired, so I went and laid down until it was time for the boredom breaker net. So have a great evening, Uncle Fred, and go Guardians. Next, we're going to hop over here to Texas, and we're going to talk to Miss Sandy, KG5SYC. Good evening. Good to hear you again today. How are you?
This is KG5SYC, and come on, Dustin. As I put on the blue screen, you live to be on the net and on the radio, just like Nick. You have to be on a net. You have to have the mic in your hand or nearby, because I know I can trust one of the 2 of you to always come back to me when I call. So there you go. I'm glad that there's 2 able bodies out there that love radio and love the net. And so I'll leave it at that. And my trivia question. Let's go with C for Cibolo, because that sounds like the right answer. This is KG5SYC. Back to you.
All right there, Miss Sandy. And we do enjoy being on the radio. This radio here at the base never shuts off. It's always kind of on. The volume may be on low, but it's always there. And I used to have the mobile. I have to get a new antenna put on the car here soon and get a mobile put back in. But everybody knew me before I knew them as the pizza guy out driving around talking on the radio all day. So fun times there. We got you down for C for Cibolo, and it's great to hear you again. So we'll say 73 and have a great evening. Now we're going to go down. We're going to talk to Nickelodeon, KF5ADE. Are you still freezing?
I got out this afternoon. I got outside, played a little antenna and little radio like I was talking about doing. So it came around to be a very nice, the breeze or the wind to stop blowing so badly. And it turned out to be a very nice afternoon. So I've had a good time playing with a little bit of my new antenna bits and pieces that Sandy picked up for me for an anniversary gift. And had some fun with it. I wish we could have made some contacts, but 5 megahertz midday or in that early part of the afternoon and 80 meters in that time of day just is probably not the band to go running off to. But we're hoping to go ahead and play with it at some point in time, and we'll try it again. It's an interesting thing, too, that I wanted to say. I could not get my phone to log into, connect to the Doylestown repeater, but I had no problem getting it connected to the N5XQK-R repeater that we use for the boredom breaker net. So I can copy it there, but about a 5-second or so delay is kind of interesting. So it's on earphone, and I'm not listening to it right now. So we don't have that loopy thing going on. But so I'm using Sandy's iPad here, But with that, we're doing great. Thank you guys so much for running it, and I appreciate all the others that are out there making this such a wonderful net and a lot of fun to be with. Oh, let's see, trivia question. I'm going to concur with my spouse tonight, as she's always right, and I will go ahead and go with C for Cibolo as well. KFI, VDE, back to net control.
All right there, Nickelodeon. Well, I can't wait to hear about all those contacts you make with that antenna here real soon. I know you will. Yeah, that time of the day is not the best for what you were trying to do, so hopefully you'll make some contacts soon, and glad you're not freezing anymore. According to my computer, we have 33 degrees and clear here in Medina, Ohio, so a little colder than what you like, and we've got you down for C for Cibolo because Miss Sandy is always right. We'll say 73 to the both of you. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll talk to you there again next time. KD2HCE, Chris, take it away.
KD8 APC in the group. I'm not the 1 watt wonder tonight. I'm running about 20. Doing a little FT8, and 20 watts drives the amp to 100 watts, so it works out pretty good. Everything good here. By the way, our fine city here doesn't have any legislation against amateur radio antennas. I called them up, and I told them I had the tower up already. She goes, that was grandfathered. But let me see what we'll get back to you. Remember I said last week they'll get back to me? Well, they did. It took them a day or two, and it was real fast. And no, we don't have anything. Sorry, you just do what you got to do. Just don't fall on your neighbors, and that's where that is. So if you want to come over with a bobcat, you're more than welcome to dig me a hole. So yeah, everything's good there with that. We got the good green. Go ahead. I need to get a 4x4x4 hole dug. You're gonna put some cement in it. Go ahead. I'll say it with a New York accent. Some cement and some concrete, and put the anchor bolts in that. Line them up. Get that going, and then once that's in, I can start putting the antenna, the tower up section by section and painting it, because it's a lot easier to paint while it's vertical, or at least laying on a horse, or laying 48 feet out on a horse. I can paint it a lot easier than painting it, trying to paint it in the grass. It's not as much fun. Trivia question. Corn Waldo bean. Yes. Colonel Corn Waldo bean. That's a double C, as in C, senor. So we're going to go with a C, and we're going to go back to that and hope everyone had a good week so far, and a good, pleasant rest of the week, and we'll catch you all on Sunday. KD2HCE, back to that.
All right there. Well, I'm glad you got it figured out, and unfortunately, my access to the machine is no longer available, as it was sold 2 months ago. So you'll have to figure that out there. But I come for moral support. That's about all I'm good for. So there you go. Get that up there, and we got you a C for Colonel Corn Waldo bean. We'll talk to you there later, and we'll say 73 for now. Let's go talk to Joe now. K8QOY. Good evening. All right, let's try again there. K8QOY. Joe, are you with us? All right, nothing heard from Joe. We'll try him again here in a minute. Let me make sure I've got it, though. All right, we'll go down here to Eric. K8VZA, good evening.
KD8EPC and the group. This is KE8VZA. How you doing, Dustin? How's everybody doing? Hopefully well. Nick saw me lurking in the background there and was kind enough to add me to the list here. Thanks, Nick. Was on a net earlier with our club up here, Norrs, and Nick was on there. It was quite a change from the barometer net where Nick is usually at the back of the bus. in this net, Nick was at the front of the bus. He was probably leaning down, making faces in that big rear view mirror, you know, annoying the driver. Anyway, it was just a comical image in my head. I was scrolling through the blue screen. I'm going to go with C for Cumulus, or C. Cornwaldo Bean for the trivia question. And sorry I'm a little late to the party. I dozed off there after the other net. And that's about all we got. So it's KE8 VZA. Back to you, Dustin. Have a good one, everyone.
You got to watch when you get Nick at the front of the bus. He starts shooting spitballs at the driver. It gets really distracting. So that's why they usually put him in the back of the bus and wrap him in caution tape and all that good stuff. So, yeah, I missed out on that net. I know Miss Jeannie runs it some of those nights, and I always forget about it. Wednesdays are a little bit of a blur for me in the afternoons. I'm kind of just usually relaxing. So there you go. All right, we're going to go up here one more time and try for Joe again. KQOY, are you there?
W8WKY.
Yeah, I'm here. Had the wrong channel selected for some reason. I don't know what I did wrong here. Anyways, for the trivia question, C is in Charlie, and I'm looking at possibly picking up a Yaesu FT2200 to replace this one in the house and get this one out in the mobile, because I'm not impressed with this. It's decent, but I'm not real impressed with it. The T7800. All right, back to you.
All right there, Joe. Well, that happens. That's why I come back up and check you again, because usually you're pretty good about getting back. I'll do that all the time. I have two different, I have a main channel and a sub-channel here, and sometimes I'll be keying up on the wrong one and not even realize it. That's kind of how it goes. So enjoy that new Yaesu. I have ICOMs over here, but our logger, Nick, he's a big Yaesu fanboy. So there you go. Have a great evening, my friend. Thanks for joining us, and we'll talk to you there again down the log. Next on my list is Zulu John, NJ5Z. Good evening.
Dustin, doing a real good job. I think we're going to double your salary. If we talk to Ray, he might double that for you. So it's going pretty good. And, well, we used to call those thunderhead seeds, those little cumulus. And we used to proof them real good, about 5,000 feet, about 300 knots, and it'll turn them inside out. But some of them would fight back, so we had to be careful. NJ5 Zulu, back to the net. C is my answer. I like the Mammatus clouds better. NJ5 Zulu, clear. Back to the net.
All right there, John. Well, we're always willing to add more zeros to the paycheck, so we wouldn't say no to that. And we got you down for answer C tonight. It's great to hear you out there, my friend. We certainly appreciate it, and you have yourself a great evening. All right, this is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net. Next on my list, I'm going to see if we have WB8CXO. Mike, are you listening?
Yes, I am, Dustin. It says WB8CXO. Playing around also on NetLogger, which is probably where you saw me. Great job on the net tonight. Nothing new on this end, nothing exciting. I did the grocery shopping this afternoon, which is not my favorite task to do, but I have to do it. And we visited 3 different stores because not one store has everything that we want, so it's sort of a bummer. Other than that, we're enjoying the space we cleared here in the basement. We've been trying to clean up the shack a little bit. The cat's down here. He's enjoying all the new space too, so that's the latest here. Computer upgrades hopefully will be done by the end of the week, and it'll make the things that we do a little easier. So that's about it, Dustin. Great job as always. Thanks for doing the net. Take a break. Don't get burned out. From Mike, WB8CXO.
All right there, Mike. Well, so great to have you with us tonight. And, oh, boy, I don't think I got your trivia answer here. Do you want to give a guess at that before you go?
Yes, sorry about that. C is in Charlie. Go ahead.
All right, we got you down for Charlie there. And, yeah, I feel your pain on the grocery shopping. I usually end up at a couple of grocery stores myself, and I'm due, so either tomorrow or Friday I'm going to make my way to the grocery store and get a few things. So thanks for joining us, and we appreciate you streaming the net on YouTube. That's pretty cool for the whole world to see. So, Mike, have a great evening, 73 to you, and we'll catch you there down the log. This is KD80PC with the Beacon Net. I'm at the bottom of the list, and I'm looking for check-ins. Please call now.
No, wait. KCFQV, I had to unmute it so I could do it. Push the key, KCFQV.
N8MKR, John checking in and out.
YC2DOP, Yankee Charlie 2 Delta Ocean Papa.
Juliet Ralph, 18-wheel mobile. Headed for Columbus.
November 8th, Juliet Echo Whiskey, in and out.
Kilo 1, Lima Delta Foxtrot, K1 LDS, got Austin.
All right, let me hold it up right there for a minute because we had a couple of doubles there. Let me tell you who I've got. I have QC8FQV Mark. I have N8MKR John in and out. I have K8DLJ Ralph. There was another station that doubled with Ralph. I'll come back and get you in just 1 second. And then I got N8JEW Joe is in and out, and K1 LDF Austin. Would that station I met that doubled with Ralph come back, please?
This is YC2DOP Yankee Charlie 2 Delta Ocean Papa.
All right, I got Delta Ocean Papa. Come back one more time, please. I missed your prefix.
This is Yankee Charlie 2 Delta Ocean Papa, YC2DOP.
All right, YC2DOP. I got you that time. Thanks for being patient with me. You know what? Well, you're here. Go ahead. You're up.
Okay, thank you very much. I believe this my turn, and very good morning, greeting from Indonesia. Good morning. It's morning time in Indonesia, and I believe it's evening time in your side. I hope everything is well. This is a great time to be here. It's my first time, and plan to have another antenna for my HF radio. Trying to set up Delta loop for 10 meter. I think the 10 meter is wide open on propagation at the moment. This is, by the way, try to get the Twitter question. I will good with the Cyrus, but I don't know the Cyrus what the, I'm sorry. I go with Cyrus if there is an answer for Cyrus for the tertiary question. This is YC2DOP. Back to the net. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here on the Beacon Net. Yeah, it's 10:33 p.m. Eastern Wednesday night here in Northeast Ohio, and yeah, you're sounding real good. We certainly appreciate you being here, and yeah, HF is fun. I've got a decent little 10-meter setup here, so when the band opens up, it's a really good time. So we appreciate you coming all the way from Indonesia, it looks like. So We'll say 73 Tia. This is KD8EPC, and come back and visit us. We're here every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, and you can find us on All-Star Node 48496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. 73 Tia, my friend, and hopefully we'll catch you down the log here real soon. Now we have a mobile station here, K8DLJ. Ralph, how you doing?
Good evening, Dustin and the crew. Doing pretty good. Had yesterday off. Didn't have to go in until 9 o'clock tonight, so I guess I pretty much had 2 days off, but 2 nights off, I should say, because I worked from 9 at night till about 7 or 8 in the morning, so I stayed on night shift. You guys were having breakfast. I was having lasagna and getting ready to go to bed. Didn't really do much. I got blood work done Saturday, and they told me I'm probably going to have to pay taxes for at least another 10 years because everything looked a lot better than it should. But they still wanted to give me a scope because I'm at that age where you have to check things down there. And I'm really not happy about that because the numbers look good. Why can't I get away with it? Other than that, about the only thing I did useful today was I turned 62. So that means 5 years to retirement, maybe, if it happens, you know how that goes. But other than that, it's a nice night, it's cool, nobody's on the road. That's a good thing. So you guys take care. KD8DLJ, back to that.
Well, Ralph, that's great news that you're going to be there at least another 10 years or more, and hopefully it's longer than that because we certainly enjoy having you here on the net. And you mobile safely out there tonight. Yeah, night shift is all right for some. Myself, I'm not usually one to stay up all night. I kind of like working mornings, and being off by like 3 in the afternoon is pretty all right with me. So, Ralph, you mobile safely. And before I go, though, I didn't get an answer to your trivia question. Would you give that to me, please?
Thanks for catching that. It is Cumulus, Charlie Cumulus. Back to that, KD8DLJ.
All right, KD8DLJ, and happy birthday to you. Nick says happy birthday. I must have missed it there. I'm in one ear and right out the other. Geez. 73 to you, my friend. We got you down for C, and you mobile safely. All right, back up to the top of the list. Let's go talk to Mark, KC8FQV. Take it away.
All right, KCFQV. Wow, this is the first time I rode today. It was, I started out early. We had to go for the hearing aids from my mom. So, yeah, they got a new thing. Your kids have hearing aids. You want to know if they're working or, sometimes the kids can't tell you when, some of the younger kids, they don't know exactly, I they can hear in that, but sometimes they have a device that you take the hearing aid. My mom has hearing aids, so I can take the hearing aid and put it in, and I can plug in a headphones, pair of just normal headphones, with the cord into the thing, and I can hear what the hearing aid is hearing. So that was a new thing. At first, I was trying to understand what she was showing me, and then it did. Once it all clicked together, it did go in. Everything's going to Bluetooth. They're coming up out of, I think some of that stuff might have been in the 900 megahertz area. Now it's all moving up to the Bluetooth range. So use your phone to control your hearing aid. It will connect straight to your phone into the hearing aid. There is no intermediate thing. So there's a lot of enhancements happening. So I was there this morning, and then we went and ate. Matter of fact, I was eating breakfast about the same time they were in Fairlawn, if they were over there. I was over in Fresh Start in Twinsburg, I think it was called. They had that, and when you drop taxes off for them to get them mutilated or whatever they do with them to get them done. And then up and swap boxes out and remotes out. I had a couple of remotes here for the cable boxes. Oh, and Molotech going to do nothing with it. He pressed that button all day and wouldn't do it. So I said, no, I ain't keep putting up with that stuff. So took them back. They gave me new ones. And we took a box back that we didn't need, a modem. They upgraded our speed. So that was done. And finally got home, and then we had to deal with the furnace and get it running again. I had to reprime it. There's about 60 feet of line to be primed. So I guess just keep having to put the reset and leave it suck and hit the reset and keep going until it would fire up. And yeah, it finally fired. Well, I changed the filter because it was getting there. I thought maybe the filter was plugged. So I don't know if the filter was plugged or not, but it's got a new filter in there. So now I can sit around and listen to the net. So, and we stopped at Worcester too. And the Cars group up in Cleveland. So we've been busy the last hour. Busy all day. I bet yourself I have a good night's sleep. KCF TV, back it comes. But I'd say Charlie, Cumulus, I think it was, but Charlie, KCF TV.
All right, this is KD80PC with the Beacon Net, giving everything time to reset there. Thanks for joining us, Mark. It definitely sounds like you were busy there, and glad that you got your furnace figured out and all that good stuff. So we'll say 73 to you for now. Have a great evening, and we'll catch you there down the log. N8GW, Joe, I think he was in and out, but we'll see if he's still around. Joe, if you're there, go ahead. All right, Joe must have been in and out. That brings us down to Austin. K1LDF, good evening.
KD80PC, this is K1LDF. Doing well. Yesterday I got some chicks from True Supply Co., so that's been fun. My dog has been getting used to the peeps in the room next door. And the other day I also signed up for my general exam on Saturday, so excited for that. Hope it goes well, and if anyone on the net's going to be an examiner or also taking an exam, then hopefully I'll meet you. Trivia, you can mark me down for C as well, Cumulus, and that's all I've got tonight. Back to you, K1LDF.
All right there, Austin. Well, good luck with your general test, and good luck with those chicks there. We look forward to hopefully hearing that you got your general there this weekend. And the VE team is really a great bunch of people, so I'm sure they're looking forward to seeing you. And hopefully maybe you can come to one of our meetings or something sometime. We'd love to put a face with a name there. So we got you down for C, Austin. We'll say 73T, and have a great evening. This is KD80PC with the Beacon Net. I'm at the bottom of the list, and I'm looking for check-ins. Please call now.
This is Kilo Oscar 4, Delta Kilo November. Kilo Oscar 4, Delta Kilo November David, Point Beach, Florida. Good evening.
Kilo Echo 5, November, Charlie Papa, KE5NCP, Tom, Sand Springs, Oklahoma.
All right, let me tell you who I picked up there. I got a KO4DKN, David in Florida. I got KE5NCB Tom over in Sand Springs, and then I had a dead key from the dude drop in So if I missed anybody, go ahead and come back now.
Net control, this is Kilo Charlie 3, India Zulu, Quebec. Again, net control, this is Kilo Charlie 3, India Zulu, Quebec. Running mobile with an IO check-in, sir.
All right, KC3IZQ, Brant over in Pennsylvania. We got you in and out. Thank you so much. 73 and mobile safely out there. KO4DKN, David, how you doing?
W8WKY. Hey, good evening, Dustin. Those on the net. You know what? I just realized I'm coming in on the new drop-in, and I should have come in on the other all-star node. Oh, well. Anyway, all is well, and glad I could join you this evening for the Beacon Net. Let me get my trivia answer in there, and I'm going to go with C for Charlie, and I'll send it back, and hope everybody has a good rest of the week.
All right there, David. Well, thanks for joining us. It doesn't matter where you're coming in from as long as you're here. That's all that matters. So we got you down for C, and we certainly do appreciate the Drop In and our friends in Oklahoma there on the Boredom Breaker Net Hub. They all check in here and help us get lots and lots of check-ins. So thanks for joining us, my friend, 73, and we'll talk to you there next time. KE5NCP, Tom, how you doing?
Hey, good evening, Dustin, and everybody else on the Beacon Net tonight. Not much going on around here. Just been following along on the net here for a while, and thought, well, I better get in here and get checked in while I still can. But anyway, been a good day today. We had to go and get taxes done, so we had our fingers crossed that we'd get enough of a refund to go have lunch. Well, we went and had lunch, so that tells that. Anyway, not much else going on here. Just wanted to check in and say howdy to everybody. Trivia question, we're going to go just like everybody else. C is in Charlie. And with that, we'll just say 73 to everybody and turn back to net control, KE5, NCP. Have a good night, Dustin.
All right there, Tom. Well, it's great to hear you out there tonight, and we appreciate you coming in and joining us. And yeah, taxes are never any fun. I'm waiting on mine, so they should be here any time now, hopefully. So we'll say 73 to you, my friend. Have a great evening, and we got you down for answer C. This is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net. I'm going to make one more call for check-ins before we go up and talk to the net control team. Please call now. All right, nothing heard. Well, let's go up and talk to the net control team, starting with Just Nick, KD8SLG, our master of pre-shows and logging. How you doing, my friend?
KD8EPC, KD8SLG. Deja vu, Dustin. All right, let's start with C. Cornwaldo Bean. C for Cornwaldo Bean. I'm going to follow everybody down the rabbit hole. I think we have a lot of Skywarn trainees out there. That's what I'm thinking. A couple things to talk about. Border Breaker Net was awesome today. It was great. Ohio really did make a showing, and looking forward to linking that up every Wednesday and maybe even getting some more action in that direction. Groceries. Yeah, man. It's like 3 or 4 stores if you actually want to get everything you want, or you don't want to pay through the nose for 1/3 of the things. It seems like they discount 1 or 2 things and think you're going to show up for those, and then, rake you over the coals for the other things. So you got to be a smart shopper these days. And someone was talking about burnout on the nets of doing them all the time, and yeah, that's a very common kind of thing that's going on. And Thursdays, you won't hear me a whole lot on the radio, I'll tell you that. Wednesday's a big day for me. Speaking of which, not next Wednesday, but the following Wednesday, I think I'm going to be picking up the barometer net in the morning for WAKOC. So put that on your calendars because, wow, I'm even more pleasant in the morning. Oh, man. Cranky. All right. That's all I got tonight, man. Good hearing you out there again, Dustin. And thanks for everybody who checked in tonight. We got a really good group in here on the Beacon Net on Wednesday and Sunday nights. Always great to hear y'all. It's KD8SLG, back to net control.
All right, thank you there, Nick. Was there another station trying to call in? Did you have emergency traffic there, station? All right, nothing heard. Nick, thanks for everything you do for us, and just make sure you get up and smell the coffee before you get on the barometer net. I'll try to wake up that day if I'm around, but boy, that's an ungodly hour, especially on my day off. So we'll say 73 to you for now, my friend, and we'll talk to you later. KEQKO, what comments do you have for us this evening?
KDDPC, KEQKO. Well, Dustin, I'll tell you, it's been a pretty decent little week so far. Grocery shopping this weekend, yeah, I took the family to Sam's Club on Saturday. I don't know if I told this story on Sunday. But, yeah, we went to Sam's Club. And it's always, I kind of prefer going on my own because when the whole family goes, the bill gets a little more expensive than I want it to be. But it's expensive enough as it is whenever we do our shopping there. But, yeah, I understand the problems of shopping and doing all those fun things and trying not to spend a ton of money, especially nowadays. Yeah, really just kind of hanging out, listening to the net here and enjoying the week. I don't know if I really have much else to add at the moment. Kind of been in the house, haven't really gone out much. Maybe I'll get some stuff this weekend. My niece has a robotics competition in Cleveland. We'll be going to on Saturday. But that's really about it for me. But that's sir, I'll pass it back to you. Oh, I already know the answer to the trivia question. But I like that everybody's answering the same question. So either everybody's going to be wrong or everybody's going to be right. You'll have to wait till the end of the net to find out. This is KEQKO, passing it back to KD8EPC.
All right there, Nick. Well, great to have you with us. And, yeah, you did mention you went to Sam's Club Saturday. You were telling us about that camper on the highway. Definitely scary for sure. Oh, man, there was something else I was going to say to you. But, oh, yeah, the suspense is going to kill me on that trivia question. And, you know what? If everybody else is going to be wrong, I guess I should be wrong, too. Give me C for Colonel Cornwaldo Bean. Thanks for joining us, and we'll be back up to you for the answer here shortly. All right, next we're going to go for the Maple Commodities Report to the land of snow and maple syrup, AB8MO. Good evening.
KD8EPC, this is a B8MO Commodities Report. Well, they're pretty much done with the sap tapping this year. I think they took down all the buckets up at Burton, middle of town. That's about the only place where you see aluminum or probably stainless steel buckets. And the rest of the ones that tap them privately are usually using a tube system, or I've seen bags on trees, like heavy-duty bags hanging off of the spigot. So maybe the Amish do that. I don't know. So anyway, thought I was going to go see Jesus today because I had a major problem with my HF amp. Something happened, and I think it's 1,000 volts DC, the plate voltage, and that somehow ended up going through my body. Not very good. So the shack was already kind of a mess. It was kind of a rat's nest of everything, and of course getting blasted like that. Yeah, I got some blisters, but I think I'm otherwise okay. And I'm probably not even going to attempt to try to fix the amp because I don't want to. I don't even want to deal with it. It was a little too close for comfort. So anyhow, slowly putting the shack back together here after I knocked everything over the place. It needed to be redone anyway because I had wires just kind of crisscrossed everywhere from stuff I've added. So I'm utilizing I have a whole bunch of those Velcro wraps, and it's a little neater. It's not quite turning out as neat as I would like it, but it's a substantial improvement over what it was. So let me drop it a sec.
W8WK.
Yeah, I will say one more thing. Sorry for the folks that normally come in on 147015. I tried to do a temporary all-star connection, but the squelch tail on the repeater was causing a double kerchunk on the all-star side. So I knew I couldn't have that going because I didn't want to be banned. So we're just going to have to wait it out until we can get everything up and running. Got the new repeater in, and oh my gosh, Mark, FQV, you were full quieting into it. So you sounded good. We had a guy all the way in Oberlin. He was full quieting too. So the big thing is I think everybody can hear it again. So we'll get it up to snuff here, but it's going to take a little while. So that's all I got. I'll go with A for Andy on the trivia, and that's all I got. Back to you there, Dustin. Maybe I'm permanently fired from the net control position. You do such a wonderful job. This is ABNMO.
Oh, don't worry, Andy. It's not that easy. We're going to throw you into net control here again real soon. So don't get too comfortable, and don't worry, I'm putting you to work Sunday night, so there you go on that. Glad you're okay. Don't go hurting yourself there, and my shack needs redone too. I'm actually thinking about moving it to a different location in the house here, so we'll have to see how that goes. But great to hear you, my friend. Glad that 015 is back up, and hopefully you'll get the all-star situation figured out sooner than later. With that, we'll say 73 to you for now, Andy. Have a great evening, and we'll catch you down the log. Let's go talk to Mike now, KQWE. Good evening.
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo. Well, hello there, everybody. Andy, I'm glad that you're okay. I mean, when I used to work on the old TV sets with the old tubes and the high voltages that they ran them at, yeah, I got across that a few times, the burns and everything. I don't forget that, so I'm glad that you were okay. Trivia, I'm going to go with C for Clueless, and for the alternate, I think I'll go with B. So, really didn't do a whole lot today, just worked around the house doing income taxes. I only have about half a dozen of them left that have been dropped off. I'm sure I'll get a few calls and get a few more in, but it looks like I'm going to survive another year, and, which is good. One thing I was thinking last Sunday night, people were talking about their cell service and things like that being down, and that brings home the point. If you have an amateur radio and your antenna's intact and you have a 12-volt source of electricity, which is probably a car battery or a marine battery, you can keep that thing going and you can make contacts. That's something you're not going to do with the cell phone. So that's about all I have. It's Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo. Stay safe, stay healthy. Back to KD8 EPC. See you, folks.
All right there, Mike. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. You're sounding real good, and we're glad to have you with us there. All right, before we go any further this evening, I'm going to go back up to KQKO and get our trivia answer. So go ahead there. Good night.
All right, everybody, here I'm sure that's why y'all stuck around with just this moment. I'm going to read the question and the answer and the description of the answer. So, what type of cloud is often described as cotton-like? And if there's a drum roll, you'd hear it now. The answer is C, Charlie, cumulus. Cumulus clouds are often described as fluffy or cotton-like in appearance. Cumulo means heap or pile in Latin. And with that, I'll pass it back to you, Dustin. This is K8QKO.
All right, K8QKO. Well, thank you for another wonderful trivia question, my friend. We certainly appreciate it, and we look forward to the next one there. With that, this is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net. I'm at the bottom of the list, and I'm going to make this our last call for check-ins before we shut this thing down. Please call now.
Here is Alpha Bravo 8, Radio Zulu, AB8RZ, Tom here in Eastern Ohio.
Kilo India 5 Alpha Oscar Kilo, Kilo India 5 Alpha Oscar Kilo. Robert, Katy, Texas.
All right, I picked up a couple very orderly check-ins there. I have AB8RZ, looks like Thomas, and then I got KI5AOK Robert. So let's start with AB8RZ. Good evening, how are you?
APZD.
Hey, good evening, everyone. This is AB8RZ, Tom here in Salem, down here in Columbiana County. It's the first time I've checked into this net. I've listened to it when I was working over in the Akron area a couple of years ago, but never really had the chance to check in. But did listen quite a bit. Got a good copy on the repeater down here. This is solid full quieting, so it's doing a very nice job. No problem with the copy. Everybody have a good night and have a good net and good talking to you. And like I said, the repeater sounds excellent down here in Columbiana County. AB8RZ.
All right, well, we're so Peter's sounding good, and you are absolutely full quieting into the machine like you're sitting right next to me. So you're sounding good, and we appreciate you being here on the Beacon Net. As I'm sure you know, we're here every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern. We start taking pre-checks at 9:30. So you're sounding real good there. We certainly appreciate you, and come and visit us any chance you get. We'll say 73T and have a great evening. KI5AOK Robert, how are you?
So I am doing great. I hope everybody else is doing great as well. It's Robert KI5AOK. And I've been rather busy today, actually. Quite busy. And a lot of stuff is on some fun stuff. Other than some work-related items. Nothing big on the work-related items, but I have been actually setting up a couple of digital nodes up here using, I got one Pi-Star here that I've been working on. And I got DMR working on it, and I got D-Star working on it. Which is good because, I bought an ICOM radio a couple years back and found out there is no D-Star node in Houston. Fourth largest city in the world, and there's not a D-Star node anywhere. Go figure. I don't know what happened. Anyway, so I've been playing around with it. Finally got the D-Star working here. So now I've got two digital radios plus of course all my clear nodes that I have as well, my three clear nodes. So I've been kind of quite busy here, just getting everything set up here for, just to keep up with just to keep up with the world of ham radio. But that's pretty much what I've been doing. I've got an anniversary that's coming up on Friday, so wife and I are going to go have a special dinner, and then of course I got to do some errands tomorrow, and I'm off for the next 2 days. Took it off for my anniversary, so I'm going to be off Friday. I'm going to be off tomorrow, Friday, and then the weekend I've got Saturday. I'm going to go do video work some on my video. Here's one video.
All right there, Robert. Well, you're talking my language when you started saying D-Star there. I just did my Pi-Star yesterday, had to put a new SD card in there because the old one crashed or something, but lasted several years, so I won't complain too much. I've got to get in there and change one more setting tonight. My GPS says I'm somewhere totally different than where I am, but otherwise everything's good. If you ever get bored, though, on D-Star, you can Deflector 56 Charlie, and myself and just Nick and a couple other people kind of monitor and hang out there. So my other VFO is actually set to that right now. So anytime you want to stop by and say hello, you can find us there on 56 Charlie. So enjoy your time. Happy anniversary to you and the wife, and hopefully we'll talk to you there again real soon. With that, Robert, we'll say 73 and we'll catch you there down the log. Next on my list, we're going to go talk to Clark, N8PZD. Good evening.
W8WKY.
Hey, good evening, everyone. I slept through almost all the net. I just turned my radio on when I heard Andy's story about the amplifier. You've got to be very careful. When you start to feel like you're comfortable with high voltage, that's when it's time to back away and get a bowl of soup or a glass of milk or a bowl of peppermint ice cream. Something. Wow. Yeah, you've got to be careful. Not much to add to the net. I don't have a clue what the questions or answers. I heard just faintly there was one answer, but anyway, I just want to say 73 to everyone from Cleveland, Ohio. We're starting to get some snow, and we'll see what develops overnight. Back to net, N8PZD.
All right, N8PZD. Well, Clark, we're glad to have you with us, and I don't mess with high voltage around here. I'm an appliance operator. If something needs worked on, I'm going to take it to somebody who certainly knows what in the heck they're doing, because I'm going to get knocked off my feet, or something's going to happen that shouldn't happen because I'll touch something I shouldn't. So there you go, my friend. We got you down for peppermint ice cream, as always. We'll say 70 to you. Stay warm, and hopefully we don't get too much of that white stuff there tonight. All right, Clark was the bottom of the list, and I got a few nice check-ins there, so what the heck, I'll make one more call. This is the last and final call for check-ins for the Beacon Net. Please call now. All right, nothing else heard. On behalf of the Silver Creek Amateur Radio Association, myself, KD8SLG, KAQKO, AB8MO, and KA8QWE, we'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the Beacon Net, Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater 147390 with a PL tone of 114.8, All-Star node 48496, and Echo Link W8WKY-R. Also, don't forget to check out the Barometer Net every morning at 7 a.m. except for Sunday, also here on the W8WKY repeater. And don't forget to go visit our friends over on the N5XQK Memorial Boredom Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time, and that's All-Star node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. They're also here for the first hour every Wednesday on the W8WKY repeater. That's noon Central, 1 o'clock Eastern. With that, this is KD8EPC. I'm going to return the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use at this time, and we'll be clear. 73, y'all.
AB8MO from N8PZD.
N8PZD, KD8SLG. I believe that was Andy keying up, but I didn't hear any audio.
Well, I'm not sure. I didn't hear any audio either. It was a long duration before I heard the tone. I was just going to mention to him that to clean up some stuff around the shack, and this goes for anybody really, a handy gadget is a piece of plastic rain gutter. You know, it's always too long, so you have to buy it with a friend and cut it in half. And then you can put your cords and stuff in there, and it's a non-conductive. You might snag some insulation on a cable, but it won't touch anything that shorts it out. So there's just an old ham's advice for somebody with too many wires in their shack. N8PZD. Thanks, Nick, for taking my call.
Chance of rain 60%. Wednesday, mostly cloudy with showers likely in the morning, then partly sunny with a chance of showers in the afternoon. Upper 30s. South winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Friday, showers. Not as cool with highs in the upper 50s. South winds 15 to 20 miles per hour with gusts up to 35 miles per hour. Chance of rain 90%. Friday night, showers. A chance of thunderstorms after midnight. Breezy and not as cool with lows in the upper 40s. Temperature rising to around 60 after midnight. South winds 20 to 25 miles per hour. Gusts up to 45 miles per hour after midnight. Chance of rain near 100%. Saturday, showers, windy with highs in the mid-50s. Temperature falling into the mid-40s in the afternoon. Chance of rain near 100%. Saturday night, mostly cloudy. A chance of rain showers in the evening. Breezy and much cooler with lows in the upper 20s. Chance of rain 50%. At 11 p.m., weather reports for selected cities. At Akron-Canton Regional Airport, it was partly cloudy. The temperature was 31 degrees, dew point 28, and the relative humidity was 89%. The wind was west, at 3 miles an hour. The pressure was 30.22 inches and steady. Elsewhere across Ohio, it was clear, with a temperature of 31 at Toledo, 31 at Findlay, and 33 at Cleveland. Under clear skies, Mansfield reported 31, Worcester reported 29, and Akron-Fulton Airport reported 32. It was partly cloudy, with a temperature of...
Yeah, thanks, Ralph. My mixer got unplugged. So I was probably putting out dead carriers before.
This is after you cleaned everything up? Tisk. What kind of, I was wondering what kind of repeater you guys got for up there. I think it's probably a commercial job. Back to you, KDAJ.
W8WKY.
Yeah, I don't know the specific model, but yeah, it's a Motorola, and it'll handle 125 watts at 100% duty cycle. So hopefully we won't have any more issues with power amplifiers. At least that's the hope. But yeah, it's kind of basically set up right now. We got some the tech guys who works on it's got some more things to work on. So it's up and running, but it's just a standalone repeater right now. But should be it should be getting out anyway, like it was before, if not a little better, because it's a little bit extra power than it was before we started having problems.
Is that on the 70 centimeter side? I'm not sure. I know, obviously I've used the 2 meter one because I can check it with a mobile antenna at the house. I can't really talk to you, but I can just barely set it on from Beloit. Is it the 70 centimeter one? Back to you, KDAJ.
Yeah, it's on 147015 up here in Newberry. And you should be able to get into it in here from Beloit. At least I've been able to do that mobile. Beloit and Salem. That's only about 40 miles away, but the issue is, it didn't, the transmitter was sick, let's put it that way. So, yeah, 2 meters, 147015 up here in Newberry. It's a modest coverage repeater. I'd say it's easily got about a 50-mile range, depending on terrain. Does a little bit better west and south. Doesn't do so great east because, it gets kind of hilly once you hit Pennsylvania, and it dies there. But west, I'm able to get to it as far west as Sandusky, and as far south is, at least Jackson Township in Stark County. It might be a little bit better now that we've got better equipment up there.
What's the call sign on that one? Because that's not the Doylestown repeater. KDAJ.
Yeah, that is correct. The Doylestown is 14739. The one I'm talking about up here is W8OKE, Oscar Kilo Echo. We only have a CWID. That's all we've ever had on it is a CWID. But what you may be thinking of, the SARA Club did replace their repeater too recently. 2 or 3 months. Maybe it's not even that long. I want to say maybe 2 months ago or less. They bought a new Kenwood. I don't know what kind it is, but they went with the Kenwood repeater. We replaced ours with the Motorola.
Thank you. I appreciate it coming back. I was late for you guys, but I was wondering about that because I'm kind of toyed with ideas, but I got to wait till I get to the house. And it never hurts to plan, At least then you're thinking about things and learning about them. And we have the Alliance Club and have a basic repeater, and then there's a DMR club. There's a DMR in Alliance, and it's part of the Massillon area or something like that, the Massillon East. I know I can hit it with a handy talkie, but I've never tried it because I can hit WLKY with a handy talkie, no problem. But anyway, thanks. I never do anything with 70 centimeter, and I've got a little 5-element handheld Yagi that I can put on top of the pole and mess around with it just to see if I can hit it. But I don't have anything that puts out any wattage on 70 centimeters, but maybe I'll spend some money and buy something. Thank you, KDHDLJ.
Yeah, no problem there, Ralph. Yeah, I'm going to get on out of here and get ready for bed. I mostly got the shack put back together. Yeah, been kind of a stressful day. So, yeah, funny thing is, I just keyed up, and next thing I know, I'm being blasted. So, something's going on with the amp, and I don't even want to poke in it. I can replace the tubes. I had to do that one time. I'm okay with that. And yeah, this was. I don't even want to attempt to try to figure out why I'm getting plate voltage in places outside of the amplifier. So anyhow, yeah, I know if for whatever reason I have trouble hitting LKY. I hear it okay, but I don't get into it very well. But there are a couple really good UHF repeaters up there. I think you got one down your way. I don't use it, but I know I can get into it, and I don't know what the frequency is offhand, but it's I think the call sign is Kilo Delta 8 X-Ray Bravo KD8XB repeater. Maybe look it up on Repeater Book or something. I can bring that up from my house, and I'm all the way up here in Geauga County, so either it's not where they say it is. I think it's like in somewhere in Minerva or something like that, according to the Repeater Book. Either they're lying or it's a pretty good profile repeater. But yeah, we got there's a few good coverage UHF repeaters around here too. But in this case, I'm talking about 147.0150 up here, which we just got replaced, and of course the 3.9 machine, the SARA Club, which is what we're coming out on now. Even if we're both, I'm coming in on All-Star. I don't know where you're coming in through, if you're on RF or not, but they recently replaced their repeater too. And my understanding, it's nice and whisper quiet now. I'm very happy with the results of ours as well. I think it is hearing better, and it definitely has got more RF output power too. That was the main thing. But I think the receiver's a little better too, to be honest. So anyway, Ralph, you have yourself a great evening, and hey, great catching up with you. I'll listen for your final. KD8DLJ from AB8MO.
I don't mess with electricity much, but I have a great TR3, which dissipates at 300, and it's got a separate power supply. I bought the radio and
WB at CXO testing. Test 1 2 WB at CXO.
closer to the mic. Your volume's pretty low. Can you